What a nice victory. Sweet game to watch. Raptors 143 to 100 over the San Antonio Spurs, who were having a good season supposedly, but wow, ran into a brick wall tonight. A brick wall of defense. I mean, it seems like it was an offensive game scoring 143 points, but wow. Story of the game was our defensive stops. We almost set a club high of steals. I think OG himself had a bunch. Let's get into the top five plays. All right, yeah, top five plays. I'm going to start with number five, and this one was a couple of plays. I mean, Pascal, the guy's blowing my mind. He's blowing everybody's mind. He's even mentioned on the ESPN Power Rankings when the Raptors moved up from 15 to 8. It specifically called out Pascal Siakam starting out the season hot, averaging whatever he's averaging, 26 and 8 and 7 or something like that. Anyway, tonight triple double, so he's got to be mentioned in the top five plays. But I really think these ones were. He had a couple of sort of mid range. I mean, he was practically a step, half a step, just inside the 3 point line, and nailed it. A couple plays later, might have even been the next play. Same spot. He even actually the first time he found himself sort of there, open and put it in. The second time he did it, he almost went and found that same spot and nailed it again, which just is great for the overall development of Pascal because obviously if he's able to hit those shots, people are going to be playing him a little closer, and then he's going to be able to do his spin past everyone and just keep his game elevating. The guy, unbelievable. So that's my number five. Two deep mid range, long range twos from Pascal Siakam. Speaking of Pascal, his game developing, my number four play, and this is a little bit significant for the bigger picture of the Raptors, but we've got Pascal again just finding guys. I mean, he had at least 10 assists tonight, and there was a play where, he's taking it in and turns and sees Delano Banton ridiculously wide open because, obviously they were triple teaming Pascal, and Banton's a guy that you're going to move off of, especially the way he has played at least last year. And I know he's in the summer league and been able to do some international basketball and improve his three. Anyway, he's hitting them in games. He hit. It was a wide open three. At the time, I made a note. Really important. If that guy can start hitting his threes, then just the floor is going to be spaced even more because this guy's not going to be able to cheat off him. They're going to need to play him because he certainly has the speed. I mean, and it wasn't a fluke. So the reason I made it in as my number four was not only did he hit that wide open one, he had two more later in the game. Again, one of them was a pretty nice, quick shot that he pulled off for three, and had a couple of great cuts. There was another pass later on, not one of the top five plays, but Pascal again coming down, kind of looked right, and then just nice bounce pass to Delano Banton, who was cutting, and you could see the defender, turned around like oh, there's a guy behind me, and Banton so quick he jammed that in. So anyway, my number four play, Delano Banton's wide open three, and to go along with it again, sort of like a Pascal group plays. Delano, the fact that he hit two more, I think he missed one, but 3 of 4 from three. It's pretty sweet from Delano Banton. Number three, Scotty B. This guy stepping up. I mean, I'm a Fred VanVleet supporter. I bet on FVV, um, and love the guy, love his attitude. But the only thing I don't love is his height, and it makes me sad when he tries to work it in there and get stuffed. Even poor Malachi had one where he made a nice move to the bucket, and you thought he was just going to lay it in, and stuffed him at the last second. So having Scotty Barnes in, taking over sort of that point guard role, just dishing the ball like a madman. And my third play is there was a play where he got the ball. He did a couple of passes like this. He seems to love that one hand rifle, but man, he threw it into Boucher. And it was impressive that Boucher even caught it because he didn't even really hesitate. He kind of was able to catch it in one motion and then, do his sort of two-handed 3 point shot that he likes to make. and nailed it. So yeah, the combo, the pass, and the fact that Boucher nailed the shot. That's my number three. Number two, oh gee, oh my, this guy is stepping it up too. Again, slower start, and I got to comment on the hair. I don't love the tight curl. I think he's well, he may not be more effective, but he seems more menacing and more of a presence out there when his hair is sort of puffed out. But today again, he had it braided down, and he's my number two with his steals. I mean, there were a couple of great ones. But yeah, 5 steals in the game today. I think they said over the last few games he's at 17 steals. He's leading the NBA. This guy's a madman out there, shooting 58% from the floor. I think it was 33% from threes, but still, awesome, awesome. OG, oh my, number two with your steals. I think he set the tone early. I mean, these guys barely even played, 3 full quarters. Most of the starters were taken out because we were winning by 40 at the end of 3 quarters. I mean, this game pretty much ended, halfway through the third quarter. I think we got 40 points in the third quarter to really stifle them, which I love. Because I got to say, not a huge Popovich fan. I think that guy, I think some of those stories about him, sort of leading a cult over there are true. Obviously, it was good news for us a few years ago because Kawhi, had to sort of muscle his way out of that situation and being under Popovich's thumb. Uh, you know, not that I'm saying I could have coached those teams to a bunch of wins, but having Tim Duncan, the rest of the cast out there back in the day, I could have probably coached a couple of those teams to championships. So anyway, don't love all the hype that Popovich gets. So it was nice to beat him down a little bit tonight. But anyway, yeah, OG was a big part of that with his steals and just presence in there. Um, a few weird plays called. Actually, anyway, we'll talk about that in a second. Let me get to the number one play of the game first. Yeah, my number one play. Again, it's a combo. Pascal, he's got the handle going lately. Like he was doing the in out, shimmy shimmy back and forth, crossover a little bit, but he doesn't have a total crossover move. He just kind of is so long that when he dribbles back and forth, there's a crossover sort of appearance happening. But again, same thing. He was dribbling, showing all the moves, and then he kicks it out to OG. Oh my! For the three, he drained it. OG was even nicer too because he sort of caught it. He was over on, I don't know, he was on the TV side, I guess. I guess the left side. If you're going sort of from the Raptors end, and the way he did the shot, it was like perfect for the camera angle because he was fading to the left, and you could just see the ball kind of nicely go over to the right. You knew it was in the whole time. That's my play of the game. I think that just broke the spirits of San Antonio and had them, wishing that they had the night off or were sitting on the bench with an injury or whatever at that point because yeah, they knew it was done. Yeah, so a second ago I just referenced there was some weird referee stuff going on tonight with Pascal. I don't know, it was like they were trying to get in his head or shut him down. And again, being in the U.S., I wouldn't put anything past these guys to. Sorry, I had to hit the cough button there. I wouldn't put anything past these guys to try and get him off his game, but they had a whole series of foul. They called a foul when there was that loose ball, and he kind of ended up weirdly over, like he was like wrestling or something. But again, I didn't think there was a foul. His arms went clearly right through on either side of the player, to get the ball. But yeah, they called that foul. There was another foul. Then they had to delay a game against him. Yeah, just too many all in a row. They were clustered together weirdly. It felt almost like, are they trying to mess this guy up and have him only get 20, 22 instead of what he's capable of? I don't know. Conspiracy theories, I love them. Anyway, yeah, overall, phenomenal game. Loved Koloko starting. Loved, even they had a lineup at one point. What the heck was it? It was, here, made a little note. It had Boucher, OG, Koloko, Gary Trent Jr., and Barnes were out there. So I guess that's sort of their regular lineup, just with Boucher instead of Pascal. Obviously, regular lineup with Fred riding the pine. Yeah, great energy. It was just fun to watch. But even when they came up for the second half and had the starters in again, yeah, really, really looking good for the future, man. Koloko, that guy is impressive. And I agree. There was a point where Matt and Jack were talking about as he gets stronger and more, sure of himself. There was a pass from Scotty Barnes. Scotty loves the no look pass, which he's also probably going to have to get used to. The ball possibly flying at him even when the guy's not making eye contact. But he kind of hesitated to go up. Jakob was there. Our ex Raptor did a decent job getting his hand in there to block it. It kind of spun around on the rim, and you're hoping that it was going to go in. But yeah, in the future, he's going to be dunking those. Otto Porter Jr. makes his debut, which was nice to see him actually hit his first of many threes, I hope, for these Raptors. Didn't really set the world on fire, but, you know, he's just getting his legs under him and getting warmed up, I hope. I would like to see them maybe go to Hernan Gomez a little more. I mean, they put him out there, and poor Malachi Flynn's so desperate to get minutes and prove that he's worthy. He's hogging the ball all over the place. As I mentioned, he ended up getting stuffed on one of those plays, which did not look good. But he hit a couple threes, so at least he's making the threes when he can. But yeah, come on, let's run a play for Gomez. I mean, come on, this guy's a movie star. He signed with the Raptors in the offseason after becoming internationally famous on the well, I guess on the TV screen because it was a Netflix movie. But I think they put those in theaters somewhere. Anyway, yeah, great game, really exciting. Love to see it. Love to see the Raptors win, even especially when we dominate. Um, Hopefully, we'll keep this up. Thank you very much if you've stayed this far. I mean, please subscribe. I think I'm stuck at 4 subscribers. My own parents haven't even subscribed to my channel. It's very sad. Um, but actually, maybe they will after this one. And so, Mr. Beast for president. Have a good night. Thanks, guys. Go Raps.